Book review. Top 5 key takeaways from the book Principles of Life and Work by Ray Dalio. Takeaway number 1. Create principles. Systemize your decision making. Principles are fundamental beliefs embedded within our mindsets that serves as a foundation for behavior that gets you what you want out of life. As a set of beliefs, the greatest hard work ever, which we've got to do, is to figure out the right ones. Principles are your most essential and fundamental tool since it serves as an algorithm which you apply over and over again in similar situations. For instance, if a calculator app developed by a programmer is programmed wrongly, like typing 1 plus 1 equals 3, then this app would live its entire life stupid. Same way applies to us. So be very careful in developing that. Over our lifetime, we develop principles consciously or unconsciously by our environment, through parents, friends, or real life experience. And in order to develop great principles, bring us to takeaway number 2. Takeaway number 2. You need to think for yourself about what is true. Skip the conventions that surrounds you. You need to figure out for yourself on what's true. In other words, reality. Take total responsibility of your life. You need to decide for yourself what you want, what to do, and most importantly, have the courage to do it. Going through your adventure, you will realize time is like a river that carries us forward into encounters with reality that requires us to make decisions. We can't stop our movement down this river, and we can't avoid being encounters. We can only approach them in the best possible way. In your lifetime, you will face millions of decisions, and the quality of your decisions will determine the quality of your life. Your decisions determines your destiny. As Ray states in his book, my success does not come out from my uniqueness as a person. No, it does come out from my unique approach to life, which I think anyone else can adopt. Takeaway number 3. Ray states, truth is the essential foundation for producing good outcomes. With truth, he means nothing more than the way the world works. Deem it a responsibility to figure out for yourself on how the world works. In doing so, be cautious of not confusing what you wished was true with what's actually true. Be humble, be young at heart, and open-minded. Accept yourself as a student and a beginner without sticking around with your own opinion, but rather figure it out. We were given the laws of reality regardless of who created them. We need to not criticize, but accept them as it is and use them to foster our own evolution and achieve our goals. Takeaway number 4. Have big dreams. Embrace reality plus lots of determination will bring to you the success as judged by conventional method. Each of us chooses goals based on our values and decides on the best path to achieve them. But we all need approaches to make decisions that works well, especially when facing problems, mistakes, and weaknesses that stand in our way. Ray described problems as puzzles. If you could solve them, then would help you deal with the problem at hand and would give you principles for dealing with similar problems in the future, and most importantly, reward you. In the course of this endeavor, you will discover the great rewards of deeply understanding, accepting, and working with reality as it is and not as you wished to produce good outcomes. Each of us has the unique ability to think logically, reflect on ourselves and our circumstances, and to direct our own personal evolution. Doing this well is just a matter of following the 5-step process. Step 1. Have clear goals. Know your goals and run after them. What is best for you determines on your nature. So you need to really understand yourself and know what you want to achieve in life. Be precise in doing this, since life goes like a smorgasbord of several opportunities. Getting and achieving goals means you must accept and reject other interesting alternate opportunities. He states in the book, when setting goals, always shoot to the moon. If you limit your goals to what you know you can achieve, you would always set the bar too low. Step 2. Identify and don't tolerate the problems that stand in the way of achieving your goals. At this stage, automatically, you encounter barriers that stand in the way of getting to your goals. These problems are typically painful. If handled badly, it can ruin you. But if handled well, it can profoundly improve you. Step 3. Accurately diagnose these problems to get their root cause. Don't jump too quickly into solution. Take a step back and reflect in order to really distinguish the symptoms from the disease. And step 4. Design plans that will get you around them. This is where you will determine what you need to do to get around them. And step 5. Execute those designs. Push yourself to do what's needed to progress towards your goal. As years rolls on within your life, you would surely come across experiences like losing something or someone you think you can live without, or suffering a terrible illness or injury, or maybe your career might fall apart before your eyes. These are encounters you might face at least one of them in your lifetime. You might think your life is ruined and there is no way forward, but it will pass. Always remember, there is always a best path forward, and you probably don't just see it. You just reflect well to find it. These sort of problems happens to everyone over and over again, just in quite different ways. Some happens frequently, so we easily recognize it, and others so infrequently that they haven't happened in our lifetime, so they come as a shock. And some we know they happen, but it's just a new experience when they seem to us at first like the birth of our first child. People treat these situations as being unique and deal with them without having a proper perspective or principles to help them get around them. So instead of dealing with these events as one-offs, we could see each as just another of those and approach them in a way which others pass out through successfully. Moreover, you could develop principles to your circumstance based on studying cause-effect relationships that govern behaviors, and also make a background check on respective behaviors and their end results by others. That's a smart way to develop great principles. If you know what the greats know and do what they do, you would end up like them. While most everyone expects the future to be slightly modified version of the present, it's, well, typically very different. This is because people are biased by recent history and overlook events that haven't happened in the long run. Perhaps not even in their lifetime, but these circumstances will surely happen again. Takeaway number 4. Be radically open-minded. Get around your ego and listen to what others have to say. Sometimes the reason they disagree with you, believe it or not, they are right. After all, with two opposing conclusions, at least one must be wrong. Be humble and realize when you are a disciple, always focus on learning more. Takeaway number 5. How to handle your weakness. We all have weakness. When we encounter, we've got 4 choices. 1. Deny them. This is the most common approach, but it really sucks, especially if the skill in question is necessary for the success within the field you've picked. You would bang your head bloody against the wall in frustration out of not getting really anywhere. You've got to really replace the joy of being proven right with the joy of learning what's true. 2. accept them and work at them to convert them into strength. This is a viable option. It's the best one to go for. But let's face these facts. Well, we were given a set of abilities at birth that we only can change to a certain degree. A dwarf will never become an elite NBA player, but he might be a hail of maybe an actor. 3. Accept them and find ways around them. A workaround could, for instance, be like outsourcing certain problems on the path towards your goals to other people who are more gifted or experienced in that specific task. 4. Change what you are going after. This is another solution that isn't widely used, but it makes perfect sense. By changing your goal, your weakness might not become weakness anymore, and perhaps you can find even more joy in other disciplined way. Remember, you can never dig yourself out of a hole. In the meantime, don't forget to check out our latest videos. Take care, guys.